I come in?
Come in. Please take a seat, Divya.
Thank you, sir. Good.
First of all, congratulations for reaching this level. It was difficult this time, right?
Yes, thank you, sir.
The seats are very less this time around.
Yes.
Good that you have reached till this level. Okay. Divya, tell me something about yourself.
My name is Dibyarani Majhi. I am from Bargarh and I completed my graduation in agriculture engineering and from the College of Agriculture Engineering and Technology, OUT Bhubaneswar. And my hobbies are singing song and spending quality time with my maternal grandfather.
Okay. You have written that you've done your engineering from OUT, agricultural engineering,
Yes,
right?
yes, sir.
With specialization in hydrology.
Yes, sir.
India these days is dealing under lot of water stress, right? There's
Yes.
water scarcity.
Yes, sir.
There was a report which said that India has one of the largest fresh water sources, but potable water we have scarcity. Can you tell me what is the reason behind this scarcity?
Yes, sir. Actually, our India is a agriculture-bound country, and many of the agriculture are dependent on the monsoon, and as well as the irrigation practices are mainly dependent on the groundwater. And as the groundwater level is decreasing, suppose example in the Punjab and Haryana, the groundwater level is decreasing day by day, and many of the people are like rice and paddy, it needed more water, and due to that water scarcity problem is increasing, and we are from in many industries are there, and the population is also increasing. That's why problem of water scarcity is increasing.
Okay. Is the potable water being diverted for agricultural and industrial purpose?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Completed your schooling from Jawahar, one of this, what you call that, JNV.
Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya.
Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. Yeah, Navodaya Vidyalaya. Yes.
Yes.
Can you tell me the objective behind the establishment of Navodaya Vidyalaya?
Yes, sir. It was established in 1985 according to the National Education Policy 1986 during the tenure of the Rajiv Gandhi government. The main objective was to give fair and equal quality education to rural intelligent students. Basically, there was a entrance examination during class 5 and top 80 students from that competitive examination selected for the Navodaya, and they given all the basic facilities free and quality education from class 6 to class 12.
Where exactly are these Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas located?
Every district, generally in the remote areas, due to so that there will not be any disturbance to that Vidyalaya.
Okay. How much of Indian agriculture is getting mechanized? Do you think agriculture is mechanized these days, or we are still using those medieval methods of agriculture?
Yes, sir, it is mechanized, but the problem is that about our farmer, they are some small farmers are there. Their resistance to use the mechanization and due to the small land holding capacity, the mechanization is not possible. But in many areas where there is large farmer and there are lands and possibilities are, but mechanization is possible in that area, and government is giving subsidies to farmers also. That's why mechanization is possible.
What, according to you, is the biggest problem faced by the Indian agricultural sector?
Biggest problem is land holding. The land holding, the land distribution is not as per its not good. Not some farmers are there that they have small land holdings, and nowadays there is a use of the AI drones. Then many irrigation new technology, they are not aware about the small farmers, and they are not aware about the new technologies. And main problem is that climate changes, which affected their productivity, and monsoon effect.
You talked about the land holding being very low.
Yes, sir.
How can we solve this problem of low land or small land? What's the method? What should the Indian farmers do so as to somehow negate this problem of low land? Anything the government is trying to do with regards to this?
Small uh, government is giving introducing many schemes, but in my point of view, there should be redistribution of the land.
How are they going to do it? Will you give your land?
No, but if a lender, I think
Instead of redistribution, if at all we try to do community farming or cooperative farming, will that not solve the purpose?
yes, sir, community farming, cooperative farming can be a possible reason for the this solution.
Okay. I'll ask one question with regards to your district. Can you tell me what is the cultural significance of your district, Bargat?
Yes, sir. Cultures. Bargarh district is basically um, it has a basic rich culture of Odisha folk culture, and Western Odisha Sambalpuri culture is there, where the main Dhanu Yatra is one of the biggest, largest open air theatre, which uphold the Odisha culture, and then the Nrsimha, that is Baisakh Mela, which provide the basic Odisha's culture and traditions.
Agriculturally, how is Bargat as a district?
Bargarh is called as the rice bowl of Odisha, and agriculture wise, it is producing rice, highest amount of rice from in the Odisha district.
Okay. If you become an administrator, you are given a chance to develop both coastal and western policy. What would be your mechanism of development of eastern and western?
Okay, so first I will tell about the Western Odisha, then I will go to Eastern Odisha. Historically, it was a less developed edge compared to the Eastern Odisha, Eastern Coastal Odisha. So, I will. Mm, there is a problem of the railway line, and education, quality education, healthcare also is not good edge compared to this side. That's why I will focus on the part of the education, uh, hospital, and the railway line communication generally. And in the eastern Odisha side, it is prone to cyclone, and coastal area prone to cyclone. That's why I will develop ideas and schemes, and any development where the cyclone can be. It is cyclone prone area, but the more that should not be any casualties.
Swastik. Hello, Divya. Uh, I think sir then would be academic part. So I see that you've done you're a student of the sciences. So what do you think? How does technology play a role in transparent governance?
Sorry, sorry.
How does technology play a role in transparent governance?
Transparent.
Yes.
Uh, Technology, it is a technology now. It is e-governance. That is e-governance where it provide transparency and more accessibility to the people. Where Suppose if we will take the example of the court session, then we can go through the people, general people can also know about the what are discussing in the courts. And if and many governments are holding the social media accounts, that is the Twitter, and anything about the schemes or any new policies we can know about from that holding. And
Has the government taken any initiatives in this regard?
yes, um, if that is taking the e-governance,
This government?
e-governance.
Yeah, e-governments. Do you know any schemes or any previous governments which have uh, made some headway in this regard?
Cipograms,
Okay.
cipograms, and in the
Anything related to the state government?
state government, cannot remember.
Previous government had the 5T initiative also. So you can
Yes, sir.
mention that. Okay, tell me, what is India's position on the Iran-Israel conflict? What is India's diplomatic stand?
India is taking the multi-alignment policy. That is, it is taking the peaceful dialogue between countries, and uh, it, it stands a neutral position where because India has a good relation with USA, Israel, and Iran also. Iran with the defense and Israel with the defense relation, but Iran with the oil and energy, and it with the USA it is strategic relation. So, as per my view, India is doing good because for our country and for regional balance, and it takes a diplomatic peaceful dialogue.
So last year, I'm sure you must be aware that the Prime Minister and the government of Odisha, they drew up a roadmap of Vision Odisha 2036. Have you heard about it?
Yes, sir.
What is it about? And why has 2036 been chosen? What is the significance of the date?
Because in the 1936, so Odisha got on April 1, 1936, Odisha got a gift. Then it will 100 years, I think. 100 so
100 years of what?
100 so Odisha establishment.
It's 419.
Yes.
Correct. So, can you throw some light about the document? Throw some light on the document, Vision Odisha 2036 document. What is it about? And what are the key sectors that it focuses on?
To develop social sectors like education, health, and mainly focusing, I think, in the semiconductor section, and to make Odisha a technology hub.
Does it have some key objectives? No. Uh, Recently, a person named Harish Rana was in news.
Yes, sir.
What is it about? Why was he in the news recently?
He was in paralysis condition since 13 years. So their parents went to the Supreme Court for the self. I think they drug they given to them for the.
What is that term called? You're on the right track, but what is that term called?
Can't remember. So
Is it? Have you heard about euthanasia?
is a definition.
Was it related to that?
The drug, I think.
The administration of, though it was not related to administration, it was related to passive euthanasia.
Yes.
So, do you have an idea about what is how is passive euthanasia different from active euthanasia? What is the legal status of euthanasia in India? So, now let me give you a situational question. Suppose you are appointed as the DM of a district. Last year, you must have heard there were some conflicts in Cuttack during the idol immersion during Durga Puja. Now, suppose you have to encounter such a situation. How will you deal with such a situation? will take a moment, think about it.
Encounter.
Yeah. How will you encounter? How will you, so if you
Yes, sir.
encounter in such a situation, how will you deal with such a situation? As a district magistrate, how will you deal with such a situation? Do you have any ideas?
Sir, first of all, with the force, I will go through the situation with the police force,
Okay.
and as it was a crowded situation where the differences between thoughts of the two communities. First of all, I will of the crowd management by using police forces, and if the crowd management is not beyond my control, uh, maybe I will allow the police to arrest someone who will escalate the crowd.
Uh, have you heard about SIR?
Yes, sir.
It's recently very much in news.
Yes, sir.
So, can you throw some light on the concept SIR? What
Yes,
is
sir.
SIR and how is it significant to India's political landscape?
It is special intensive special intensive
Division.
revision done by election commission for deleting migratory voters or any double voters for uh, upholding the good governance and transparency in the election process. It is done more intensively as compared to the normal election process by uh, by BLOs and home to home um, home to home sorry, I can't
Election authorities.
remember
Okay.
this.
A few months back, there was some conflict, a tribal resistance movement in the Rayagada region, Rayagada Kalahandi region. I beg your pardon. What was it about? Have you heard about the Vedanta bauxite mining?
Vedanta bauxite mining I know about it, but Raigada
Okay, okay, no issues. No issues. Okay, Divya, let me give you some feedback. Don't close your eyes while speaking. You do not don't when you are speaking, speak directly to the interval. What you are doing is you are closing your eyes, which actually showing a very negative what?
feedback.
Yeah. So try to address the question directly to the interview rather than saying it to yourself.
Yes.
Be a bit louder.
Okay, sir.
Okay. If you are a bit louder, it comes directly to us. Read more about as sir told what is happening in Odisha. That the case is very important. That Vedant case in
Okay,
Rayagada
sir.
is important. Okay. When I asked you a question with regards to Western Odisha and Eastern Odisha, you can very well say that Western Odisha is a plateau region.
Okay, sir.
Industries can be established. Eastern Odisha is plain region where we can develop on the basis of agriculture and allied industries. So that is how both can become complementary to each other, complementing each other, rather than one unit becoming subservient or dependent upon the other unit. Both are complementing each other. Yes, but that is how you need to. You have to be a bit more confident. That's all. To answer most of the questions. Okay. So you try to be more relatable and you have to answer more. It has to be spot on, straight. If he's asking a question, you answer it directly. Like you missed the term euthanasia. Euthanasia is a very, very important thing which just happened. Yes, it is a landmark thing in Indian judicial system. Yes, we have learned about this. Okay, so Thank you, Divya. Good talking. All the best.